the Lunafaction Boots. Formerly one of the premier exotic choices for Warlock players back in Seasons 1 to 7 of Destiny 2. These boots were the cornerstone of nearly every DPS strategy for raid bosses and tough endgame encounters. This was the case for one simple reason: its old perk, where it auto-reloaded your weapons from your reserves while you stood inside of a rift or well of radiance. There were no reload animations or downtime for any of your weapons. You could dump your entire reserve with little to no consequence. Because of this, powerful weapons such as the Mountaintop could trivialize most raid or in-game encounters. To demonstrate this, here's me in the 0-hour mission using the Lunafaction Boots with my Mountaintop against a fallen walker during the boss fight. As you can see, I effortlessly drop the walker's health to critical before I run out of ammo. While having this ability was a fantastic power fantasy, it ultimately snapped the challenge of Destiny 2 in half, and Bungie decided that something had to be done. So, when Shadowkeep launched back on October 1st, Bungie removed the auto-reloading abilities from Lunafaction Boots and the Titan Rally Barricade, leaving the hunter's Sealed Ahamkara Grasps as the only auto-reloading exotic left in the game, because of its limited functionality. What we got in place of auto-reload for Rally Barricade and Lunafaction Boots was a paltry increase to reload speed. And when I say paltry, I mean it. It's pitiful. With the Lunafaction Boots' defining perk now neutralized, we are left with but a broken shell of a once great pair of boots. It always disappoints and depresses me when an exotic is reduced to worthlessness in the name of nerfing. However, it was in the midst of my lamentation that my friend Hawk proposed a brilliant idea to make the Lunafaction Boots great again, without them being overpowered or snapping the game's difficulty in half. He said that instead of just auto-reloading your weapons with no animation and no effort, why doesn't the boots, when you're inside a rift or well of radiance, just give all your weapons auto-loading holster? And just for those who are unfamiliar, auto-loading holster is a legendary perk that you can get on one of your weapons that when you stow it, after 3-ish seconds, it will reload your weapon from reserves. So the idea behind it would be, you take a heavy weapon such as a machine gun or a grenade launcher which has a fairly stout magazine size, dump all of your clip into the boss, stow it, pull out your special weapon like a sniper rifle, continue doing damage for a few seconds, then the Lunafaction Boots will auto-reload the heavy weapon, and then you can pull it back out, continue firing with it until, like say with Prospector, you run out of ammo, and then by that point your special weapon will be reloaded. And this continues until either your well or rift expires or you're out of ammo. Now what this does is it limits how much firepower you can throw at a boss because you're having to switch between weapons. And also, single shot magazine weapons such as Mountaintop, or Wingsmaw, or rocket launchers will not receive much of a benefit from this, as they would be stowed and only auto-reload one shell at a time. And the other brilliant part to this is you have to take more careful care in consideration into choosing what your weapons are going to be when you say fight a raid boss, so that you can make maximum use of the Lunafaction Boots, as you just won't be able to triple up on grenade launchers and melt everything in your path anymore. This solution is elegant, and it restores what was formerly a great exotic back to usable status with a proper check to make sure we're not dealing outrageous DPS. But that's what I think, at least. Maybe you all have a different opinion. Is this a great idea, or do you all think it's dead on arrival? Let me know down below. So with that, that's all I have for you all today. Kudos to my friend Hawk for suggesting this idea. If Bungie somehow finds this video and ends up implementing this idea into the game, I want to make sure everybody knows where the credit is due. Anyway, that's it for me today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you all next time.